Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome back to the channel. Space gamers, you know how this goes. The bigger the universe, the bolder the promise, and sometimes the more uncertain the release date. But I guess that's part of the fun, or the frustration. Today we're diving into 18 upcoming indie space games that could change everything, or at the very least deserve a spot on your radar. Some of these are already deep into development, others are more speculative, but all of them are reaching for something ambitious. From co-op ship sims to persistent MMOs, from grounded survival to modular mining fleets, we've gathered the most intriguing projects that might just reshape the space genre in the years ahead. Let us know in the comments below how many of these are you watching and which ones you think will actually make it across the finish line. Let's jump in. SpaceCraft is an ambitious open universe builder from Shiro Games, the team behind Northgard and War Tales. This time they're going full galactic, letting players explore a procedurally generated galaxy, mine asteroids, automate entire planetary bases, and construct fully customized ships from scratch. It blends the freedom of space exploration with a strong emphasis on systems, crafting, logistics, trade, and multiplayer, all feeding into a dynamic player-driven universe. What makes SpaceCraft stand out is how it's trying to bring big space sim ideas into an accessible modular framework. There's a strong focus on co-op and community, with shared corporations, PvP zones, and persistent worlds that evolve over time. The fact that it's being built by a veteran indie team with a track record of deep strategy games only adds to the intrigue. If it lands right, SpaceCraft could be the next breakout space sandbox. Think Factorio meets Eve, but built from the ground up for exploration and creative freedom. Xerxes Shadow is a cinematic space action game that puts you in the cockpit of a Trident-class fighter, piloting through asteroid belts, hostile war zones, and eerie nebula. You play as Solomon, a veteran mercenary drawn into a conflict far bigger than he expected, one that involves a mysterious alien hive mind and a galaxy on the brink. The game promises a mix of dogfighting, exploration, and story-driven decision-making, all wrapped up in moody sci-fi visuals and reactive environments, but it's definitely one of the games I'm a little bit more, curious about whether it's actually going to materialize, but it looks pretty cool. What makes Xerxes Shadow so intriguing is its hybrid design. It's not just a space shooter, it weaves in real-time strategy elements, light puzzle solving, and deeper narrative choices as you build relationships and unlock alien tech. The developers have teased that your bond with the hive mind isn't just a plot device, it actively affects gameplay and unlocks abilities mid-mission. If they can deliver on that mix of storytelling and tactical immersion, this could be one of the most narrative, rich space indies on the horizon. Ascendance is an upcoming real-time grand strategy game that puts you in charge of a spacefaring civilization as it rises, fractures, and evolves across a dynamic galaxy. It combines large-scale empire management with RTS-style battles, letting you influence everything from diplomacy and espionage to trade networks and power infrastructure. The entire galaxy is simulated in real time with shifting borders, political intrigue, and a reactive economy, all playing out while you manage internal factions, elections, and wars. What makes Ascendance stand out is the sheer scale of its ambition. It's not just about fleet combat, it's about running a living, breathing society with all the chaos that entails. You can customize ships to the module, manipulate planetary policies, or even play as a rogue corporation carving out a name in the shadows. If it pulls all this off, Ascendance could become a true next-gen strategy sandbox, one that finally blurs the line between grand strategy and immersive galactic simulation. Capital Command puts you in control of a massive capital ship on the edge of known space where a rogue AI has taken over local defense systems. You'll engage in tactical battles across a fully 3D space using realistic 6 degrees of freedom movement. It's not about dogfighting, it's about positioning, managing systems, and surviving brutal large-scale fleet encounters. From firing solutions to power allocation and damage control, every decision feels like it belongs on the bridge of a serious warship. What sets this one apart is its commitment to tactical realism and the feel of commanding a true capital vessel, something a lot of space gamers want. You're constantly shifting crew between critical systems, managing heat and energy, and adapting to the battlefield as enemy fleets bear down. With procedurally generated campaigns and 13 AI enemy capital ships already in play, Capital Command is shaping up to be something special. A grounded, immersive take on capital ship warfare that puts you in the command seat where every move counts. Beyond Astra is a bold real-time 4X strategy game from solo developer Nebulae Games, aiming to simulate everything from city building to galactic conquest in one seamless experience. You'll start on a single planet, managing infrastructure, research, culture, and religion, and expand outward across a living galaxy without a single loading screen. Ground and space are fully connected with smooth transition between planetary development, orbital battles, and interstellar politics. What makes Beyond Astra so exciting is how it refuses to break things into separate game modes. Power grids, trade routes, espionage networks, and planetary ideologies all evolve in real time, and battles play out with physics-based projectiles both in space and on the ground. You can win through war, culture, economics, or faith, and the galaxy itself adapts to your playstyle. If it delivers on even half of its systems, Beyond Astra could be one of the most ambitious solo-developed strategy games we've seen in years. Now, I've had some recent contact with the developers here, and I know they're redoing the look and the UI of this game, so I'll feature it as soon as they produce a major update. C-Beams is a top-down space action RPG that throws you into a hostile black hole system where survival is anything but guaranteed. You'll pilot a heavily customizable ship through gravity wells, debris fields, and faction-controlled zones, scrapping for resources, salvaging derelicts, and upgrading your systems along the way. From hull plating to engine thrust curves, every module affects how your ship handles under pressure. What makes C-Beams stand out is its emphasis on realism and ship control. You'll need to master inertia, precision maneuvering, and subsystem targeting, not just in combat but during high-risk salvage ops and trade runs. Boarding enemy ships, hacking cargo bays, and escaping with your hull is all part of the loop. This is one of those indie projects that feels both gritty and ambitious. If you like your space RPGs tactile, dangerous, and deeply systems-driven, keep an eye on this one. G-Rebels throws you into the skies of Davos, a massive floating megacity in the year 2684, where you fly as part of the elite Skyblade unit. It's a high-speed sci-fi flight sim with heavy cyberpunk energy, blending open-world patrol missions, aerial combat, and futuristic exploration. The city itself stretches across 12,000 square kilometers, packed with towers, skyways, and airborne traffic, making it feel alive and dense as you zip through the clouds. What sets G-Rebels apart is how much freedom it gives you in the air. You can upgrade your ship with stealth modules, hacking tools, and combat drones, and take on everything from bounty hunts to high-risk recon missions. A dynamic weather system, full day and night cycle, and swarms of active aerial entities make the world feel reactive and lived in. If you've been craving something like G-Police or Colony Wars, but modernized with open-world ambition, this is one to keep firmly on your radar. As I said in the introduction of the video, also one I'm a little bit curious about: can they actually deliver this ambition? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. In the Black is a hardcore space combat sim set 2 centuries in the future, grounded entirely in real-world physics and military-grade tech. Built by veterans from classic space franchises, the game puts you in control of nuclear-powered fighters loaded with railguns, EMPs, and adaptive armor. No shields, no magic, just precision and firepower. With full Newtonian movement, you'll dogfight in zero-G across PvP battles, single-player contracts, and simulation challenges. What makes this stand out is its dedication to realism and tactical depth. Every system on your ship's sensors, cooling, targeting, it all matters in the heat of battle, and smart piloting is just as important as your loadout. We did feature this one a while back, and I've been in contact with the dev team a few times. They've just promised me that there's something coming soon, but I think everybody is losing patience with this project. It's time to get something in the hands of the players, and I know there's something there because I've played it. First Project is a massively multiplayer space sim set in a 1-to-1 scale recreation of our solar system. From Earth to Mars to the orbit of the Moon, everything is procedurally generated but grounded in scientific accuracy. You'll pilot sleek sci-fi ships through planetary atmospheres and asteroid fields, mine resources, trade goods, and engage in both PvP and PvE missions, all within a seamless, persistent online universe. I know for some people that's a big bonus, and others really don't like it. They think, Star Citizen, is this ever actually going to happen or work properly? What sets Verse Project apart is its commitment to scale and realism in an MMO framework. There are no loading screens, and orbital mechanics actually matter. Players can influence the economy, join factions, and shape the wider game world over time. Recent updates have expanded orbital flight, added combat systems, and improved celestial generation, making it clear this isn't just another space sandbox. If you're looking for a grounded, shared universe with true exploration potential, this is one to keep firmly in view. For the Stars is a massive space survival sandbox where you explore and colonize a living universe filled with diverse alien worlds. Developed by Snail Games USA, the game lets you land on planets, build advanced outposts, and adapt to hostile environments using research, engineering, and raw ingenuity. Each biome offers unique threats and resources, from dynamic weather systems to alien life that reacts to your presence. What sets For the Stars apart is how it blends survival mechanics with large-scale multiplayer exploration. You can play solo, co-op, or in PvP, designing bases and spacecraft while competing or collaborating with others across the stars. There's a heavy focus on science and discovery, with the potential to uncover ancient civilizations and reshape ecosystems. If the final game delivers on its scale, this could be one of the most ambitious multiplayer space survival titles in development, and no one's talking about it. Maybe there's a good reason for that. Look, I did say speculative, right? In the end, time will tell. Jump Ship is a co-op space survival game where up to 4 players crew a ship together through mission-based PvE runs. You'll pilot the vessel, manage systems, EVA into open space, and explore hostile alien planets, all seamlessly with no loading screens. Each mission is procedurally generated and filled with challenges that push your teamwork, ship management, and combat skills to the limit. What makes Jump Ship stand out is its hybrid design. It blends immersive ship sim mechanics with SPS combat and roguelike progression. Me and Tom got to play this one, and it's a really fun concept. We had a great time, and we can't wait to play more. Just a quick interlude to say most of you who watch the channel are not subscribed, so make sure to go down below and hit that subscribe button, because it helps smaller channels like us grow really quickly, and both me and Tom really appreciate it. Fragile Existence is a hybrid space strategy and survival game where you lead humanity's last fleet after Earth's destruction. You'll explore star systems through ancient breach gates, scan planets, establish surface outposts, and manage both orbital fleets and ground operations in real time. It's part 4X, part RTS, and all about keeping your people alive in a collapsing galaxy. This one really stands out because you'll oversee troop deployments, cargo transfers, morale systems, and even planetary infrastructure, all while navigating a hostile universe. With seamless transitions between space and ground and recent updates showing off polished UIs and dynamic ship chatter, Fragile Existence is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious indie space survival games on the horizon. Hunternet Starfighter is a persistent world starfighter sim where players dogfight, mine, and wage war in a shared universe. Set during a galactic civil war, you'll pilot sleek ships in zero-G battles, form factions, build outposts, and take part in everything from competitive duels to full-scale fleet engagements. It's fast, tactical, and built around skill-based flight and coordinated team play. This one does it for me because of its mix of tight cockpit combat controls with wider strategic goals. Ships handled with realistic physics, and factions can construct massive carriers and infrastructure to support their war efforts. Whether you're flying escort on a mining run or launching from a kilometre-long capital ship, Hunternet Starfighter aims to combine the thrill of space combat with the depth of a living, player-driven war zone. Exodus is a cinematic sci-fi RPG from Archetype Entertainment, a studio led by former BioWare veterans and backed by Wizards of the Coast. Set in a fractured galaxy where humanity has fled Earth, you play as the Traveler, a leader navigating alien threats, lost colonies, and morally complex choices shaped by time dilation and sacrifice. This one's going to be exciting for its focus on emotional storytelling and long-term consequences, a little different to some of the other titles on the list. With systems that reflect your decisions across years of in-game time, and lore crafted alongside sci-fi author Peter F. Hamilton, I have the book downstairs and I need to read it. This isn't just another action RPG, it's aiming to build a bold new universe where every choice reshapes the future. Starminer puts you in charge of a modular mining fleet operating in deep space where every ship you build is physically simulated and fully customizable. You'll strip asteroids for resources, construct orbital infrastructure, and manage power, mass, and output, all while staying under the radar of an alien threat that hunts by heat signature. Push your mining too far and you'll light up on the enemy sensors. The tension between expansion and survival adds a strategic edge to its otherwise creative, open-ended building. With campaign and sandbox modes in development, Starminer is shaping up to be a compelling fusion of construction, strategy, and looming danger. And of all the space games I've recently covered, this one has really grown in ambition and scope, so check out the video I just made on it. Era 1 is shaping up to be a real-time strategy game with serious ambition. You'll manage a deep space colony, construct modular ships, and lead tactical fleet battles, all while juggling survival elements like mining, oxygen, and crew. It's got a sharp industrial art style and borrows the spirit of Homeworld, but expands it with base building layers and fully modular station design. The devs behind it aren't new to the scene either. They made the legendary Homeworld Complex mod, and that heritage is on display. What makes Era 1 stand out is how much it's trying to do and how much it's pulling off so far. This isn't just another indie RTS, it's a sandbox with faction-based architecture, episodic campaigns, and a layered tech tree. With early access launching August 6 and multiplayer already planned for future updates, Era 1 could be the modular, systems-driven strategy game space fans have been waiting for. Falling Frontier is a grounded, tactical, real-time strategy game set in a procedurally generated star system on the brink of war. You'll command fleets across asteroid fields, gas giants, and shattered moons as you build out your infrastructure, scout enemy positions, and manage long, vulnerable supply lines. Developed by a solo creator with an eye for cinematic scale and hard sci-fi detail, the game emphasizes recon, logistics, and precision over brute force. This game is also wild in how many people really want it to come to fruition. Tom did a video on this, you should definitely check it out, and it went absolutely crazy. The demand is sky high. What sets Falling Frontier apart is how deeply it simulates every layer of conflict. Ships don't just shoot, they miss, ricochet, run dry on fuel, or lose subsystems to targeted hits. You'll manage captured officers, gather intel through interrogation, and plan ambushes using planetary line of sight. It's a kind of slow burn, high stakes strategy that rewards patience and planning. If you've ever wanted an RTS that treats space warfare with the seriousness of submarine command, this is one to keep a close eye on, and it better come out after all the videos we've done. Starship Simulator puts you on board a massive, fully explorable deep space vessel, built to explore a scientifically accurate, procedurally generated Milky Way galaxy. You'll travel in real time without loading screens, managing everything from the ship's reactor and power grid to its navigation systems and scanning consoles. The ship itself is fully walkable with over 200 purpose-designed rooms, working systems, and a level of detail that leans into retro-futuristic realism. Nobody mentioned the words Star Trek. What makes Starship Simulator special is its focus on immersion and scale. Every station, screen, and system has a role, and you can step into any one of them, whether you're plotting a course through star systems or scanning unknown planets for anomalies. It's a space exploration sim where the ship isn't just a vehicle, it's the core gameplay, and honestly, it's probably the space game I'm the most excited about. When it makes sense, we're going to cover this title, and as a Star Trek fan, and I know I shouldn't mention those words around this project, this really does look like a dream come true.